Hey everybody, it is August 16th, and I love it when God sets you up for something. Yesterday, I had talked about how many people I'm seeing, like literally at the breaking point in their lives because of what's going on in the world, how it's affecting family members and friends and loved ones, and what maybe we can do about it. Well, today, it's Sunday, so I'm in church, and the sermon was all about the Beatitudes that Jesus preached on the Sermon on the Mount. And if that wasn't like a wrap up of the idea from yesterday, I'm like, oh, okay. It was almost like, okay, yeah, I hear you. You're saying that these people are here, but I can tell you what's going to happen because of it. Not necessarily why it happens, but something that is going to happen in the future. And so if you look in Matthew 5, and the Beatitudes are like 3 through 10, there's like 8 different Beatitudes, and they should all pretty much sound pretty familiar. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And so this one is probably the one that just struck me the most based on what we were talking about yesterday. People at the breaking point, because these are the people who literally have nothing left. They're poor in spirit. They don't have anymore, but theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Oh my goodness, we're dealing with so much mourning, but in mourning, that's where we have our greatest loss. You can have some of the greatest comfort from people around you. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And I like the way that Pastor talked about that today. The meek being people who have been humbled. And that's not an easy thing. If you've ever been humbled, I can't imagine any of us have not. Um, but those are the people who will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. And these are the people who just carry around that uh, desire for things to be right. And we know with the world, they aren't always. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. So, have you ever been wronged, but you didn't seek justice on it? You didn't retaliate. You didn't try to have vengeance. That's who he's talking about. Blessed are the pure at heart, for they shall see God. So you do something good and you still haven't had your reward. God's got it there for you. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be the son of God. God bless those people who are in the middle between two sides and are trying to find a path forward. That's just, oh my goodness, do we need that? Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So, have you ever been treated unfairly when you're trying to do the right thing? These are the people that Jesus was talking to. Um, and it's like, well, what does that mean? Well, if you pop over to verse 12, he's saying, rejoice in these things. Have joy, not in your circumstances, but what is going to come because of it. So rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. There's a lot of stuff going on, but knowing that some of these things I'm going to get a reward from my Savior himself, that is pretty cool. And so it was just a really good timing for just the utter confusion and breaking point and of going on in the world right now and where so many people are, to hear these words that God isn't picking necessarily the people who have it all together, who have the riches, who have not a care in the world to let into the kingdom. It's me, kind of at that edge, who's, been wronged and all those things. He's like, no, no, you will gain reward for going through that. So that was just really cool that God said, no, 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 I heard what you said yesterday. I brought that on your heart, and here's what I have to say about it. And so that's where God found me today in church. Imagine that. And with reward at the end of it from Jesus. And so that's really something worth hanging on for.